Hey, what's up guys? It's Gatekeeper, and this is just a quick little video just to fill you guys in about what's been going on this week, and why there hasn't been another video or two yet, as of this Thursday, the 20th. A lot of stuff's going on, good stuff, don't worry, it's not anything really negative or whatever. Basically, I've just been really busy trying to figure out what my work schedule is for next week and the week after. Apparently whoever's the person who's in charge of making the schedule is out of town, he's on vacation. And so I haven't heard anything from him, and so I don't know when to go into work, which is not great. But in some really, really awesome news, just yesterday I was at my brother and I, we went over to PCC, the Rock Creek campus, which is one of the good-sized campuses, I guess. I've never been to the other one, so I don't really know the size in comparison. Anyway, but we went there to try to see if I could get my placement testing done to see what science, I don't think science, but like math, English, all that stuff, see where I place on all that. I really don't think I'll have any problems with the the reading and writing. I don't really have any big troubles with that. It's the math that's the real big issue. Is I'm not good at math. I suck at it. I am no bueno. I'm not good at math. And so I'm unfortunately, I was a bit late. We were too late getting there, and they closed at like 3 o'clock for testing that day. So that was kind of unfortunate. Kind of unfortunate in the sense that, oh well, we didn't get to do it, but also really nice because I didn't have to take any big math test. Because I figured, I'm done with school. Don't make me do more tests, please. For the sake of my freaking sanity, no more tests. But no, unfortunately. But I don't know yet. But yeah, I'm actually I'm heading out in a little bit. I'm gonna try to quickly make this. I don't think I'm gonna have it long enough to have to edit anything or whatever. It's just the web shot, the webcam thing. What's its thingamajigger? But yeah, I've just been really busy with trying to set up college stuff, trying to figure out my classes, get into the classes, try to talk with a counselor about my options, all that stuff. And also, on top of all that other stuff as well, I also am trying to find a time where I can sit down with my parents and get on the phone with the where I live. There's a driver's education place called Tom's Driving Academy, and I don't need to take the driver's education class because the information you learn in there, you need to go and get your permit, which I already have. So it'd be kind of counterproductive to take a class and learn stuff that I kind of already know, and in the end I would have the information to get a permit that I already earned. So why would I do that? But they also have driving lessons, which is what I really need. I need more lessons, and apparently, since I'm now over 18, apparently there aren't as strict of guidelines around how many hours of supervised driving I need to have or whatever in order to get my license. Because if I'm gonna be continuing to work at Fred Meyer and maybe even possibly get hired there permanently rather than just the seasonal summer thing that I'm doing now, then I'm going to be probably getting a lot more hours, and it's not going to be as feasible to get there on foot. Well, it works if I can take the bus to work, but if I have any shifts that are later than like 8:45 to 9 o'clock, I have to walk because the buses, the TriMet bus line doesn't run after that time. Kind of sucks. But luckily it's not like a 10-hour walk back to my house from there, but it's about a good a little over an hour walk to get back. And that's not fun, but oh well, what can I do? But that's why I really want to start driving, because for one thing, it'll just be nice to not have to rely on a bus schedule that isn't totally accurate, that sometimes is a couple minutes off, and I get there at the time I was supposed to, but the bus was already there and left without me, and fun times. And I mean, my dad, I can't fucking talk today. Ugh. English is good. Stay in school, kids. Don't do drugs. Stay in school. I don't know what that was supposed to be. Anyway, but it'll just be really nice to be able to drive. It'll just be nice to have that independence and not have to, kind of mooch off my parents. That's the ultimate goal, is to be out of here completely on my own. But that takes a lot of money, of which I don't have, so...
Oh goody, I don't have money, I'm flat broke.
No. I love that voice too much.
Oh, so cool, I'm all on my own, yoo-hoo.
I never realize what I look like when I do that voice. It's kind of stupid looking. But then again, stupid faces for a stupid voice. Yeah. I don't know where the fuck I was going with that. Anywho, but yeah, because I've been just so busy with all that stuff, and it's just been really difficult to find any time. Like, I actually need to leave, and like right now, I'm gonna have to cut this thing pretty short and just throw it up on YouTube really quick. But yeah. So I will try to find as much time as I can, whether it be this weekend or whenever I can find enough time. I have a couple of videos that I've already recorded. I just need to start editing them. I'm actually in the process. I don't think you can see it, but I'm actually in the process of editing the first episode of Astroneer, which I'm really excited to show you guys. And also, just a real quick thing. For that video, I'm not going to tell you a whole ton about what goes on in the video. It's spoilers. Basically, so one of the things I've noticed a lot in my in a lot of my videos is that I have a lot of I pause a lot, and I not in like I just stop and don't really do much and just stare off into space, but like I just have these little chunks in the videos where I'm focused on the game, and so I just kind of, stare at the screen, don't really talk a lot, maybe like, oh, okay, I'll just, what's this over here? That's weird, I don't know. And I just mumble to myself, and that's something I'm really trying to work on more, is to be able to be heard a little more and not have those large chunks where I'm kind of quiet, not really doing much. And I could just edit all those things out, but there are some times in those chunks where I'm pretty quiet that some sort of progress has been made, enough that it is kind of weird if it's just cut out and you don't know how that progress is made. And it's even more important to not cut that much out in Astroneer, because it's a building game, and it's a lot easier to be able to just skip over a ton of progress. Like if I expand my base a lot, and if I start with a little bit of a base, and then there's a long chunk where I'm kind of quiet, don't do a ton, and I cut all that out, and immediately after my base is like 4 times bigger, then that's kind of weird for you guys to watch. Like, what? How did his base just get poof all of a sudden. That's really weird. And that's just something I'm really trying to work on. And it's I don't know, but I'm trying, believe me. But yeah, hopefully you guys kind of understand a lot of good stuff is going on. Like I said, nothing really bad going on. Good things are going well. Also on the topic of really good news, I recently just got my... What was it? No, it wasn't my first paycheck. I got that a while ago. The direct deposit, for you, all y'all non-working folk out there, direct deposit is basically, you can set up with whatever company you're working for. You can set it up so that instead of whenever you're supposed to be paid, whether it's weekly, every other week, whenever, instead of getting a physical paper check whenever the payday is, you can set it up so that it automatically goes into whatever bank you want. And it took a couple weeks for it to register that, oh, there's a bank account. I need to start making sure I don't print out checks and just put the money in the account. And I was expecting like 100 something, like 130, 140, something like that. But I also forgot that, when was it? The paycheck that I got for all of my work 2 weeks ago, it wasn't as much as it should have been. That's because the first couple days, I wasn't clocking in correctly, and again, for all you people who aren't working and you don't know what that really means, clocking in basically means you're just letting the online database, the company know, okay, I'm starting my shift at 5 o'clock. And it just lets the company know that you're actually there when you're supposed to be, that you started at this time and you ended at this time. And I wasn't using the machine correctly the first couple days, so it didn't register that time that I was working. And that reflected on a smaller paycheck. So I had to go fill out a form that said, I actually did work these days, and can I please get a check or something to kind of make up the difference of the other check of the work. That. Yeah. And because the direct deposit had kicked in at that point, there was like $240 something in my account, and I was like, oh, okay, this is I like this number. This is a nice number. I like this. This is, yeah, I like that. I was actually at Panda Express, and the last number I had seen, my dog is barking. The UPS guy. Hold on. Sorry. Anyway, where was I? Oh, yeah, I was at Panda Express, and the last number that I had seen on the card was like $11 and like 12 cents or something small like that. And I was getting a meal that was, I think, just over $12. So I told the cashier, I only have this much on the card. I'll pay with all that, and I'll give you another $1 or $2 to pay the rest of it. And I handed her the card, and as I was about to hand her the cash, she said, "Oh, no, the purchase went through." I was like, okay. And I was confused because I had thought, did I accidentally just go over and go into the red a little bit? And that kind of... But then I figured, no, if that were the case, then the purchase wouldn't have gone through in the first place. And, it's strange. But then, when I looked on the app that I have that shows me the bank info, excuse me, it said, like, $240-something. I was like, holy fuck, this is awesome! What? it was cool. It was really cool to see that number in there. But because I'm not great at saving money, my dad and I, we have a system set up where he also has access to the bank account that I have my card on and everything, and he can. We have it set up so that he takes about half of my paycheck and puts it into a separate savings account that already has, I think, like 18 grand. And I can't touch that money. That money I can't touch unless it's used for getting an apartment or something like that. And I'm not there yet, unfortunately. But, yeah. So, fun times, a lot of fun stuff going on. Once again, I'm really sorry that I haven't had a lot of time to put any other videos on. Doesn't mean I'm not disappearing again. Don't start thinking that, because the last thing I want is to make a really big hype of, oh yeah, Gatekeeper's back, awesome, I'm making more videos again. Then like after like 3 videos, I just disappear again. That's really not fair to you guys. So just a little update. So yeah. Yeah, you know the drill. Like, subscribe, comment. Yeah. All that typical YouTube lingo. Like, comment, and subscribe today, yeah. But, yeah, whenever the Astroneer video goes up, hopefully sometime soon. But yeah. See you guys then.